Hello and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2, where we're about to be ready. I've loaded up my spell list and everything. We should rest on our journey there to head out to Lake Mulsantir and investigate the rumors of there being evil hack shenanigans going on there. Cannot have evil hack shenanigans. Hack shenanigans. Something like that. Anyway. Yeah, let us head on out. Our hunger is a little bit higher than it was before because we insist on eating. That's one spirit that came out of the grave. Oh well. So yeah, there's Lake Mulsantir is over there. This was once the site of a grand Mascari city, whose name has been lost to time. Though the ruins are all but swallowed beneath the turbulent waves of Lake Mulsantir, it is rumored that they are home to the slumbering coven, seat of power of all the... and it can't read the rest of it. That's unfortunate. Okay. Probably the hags or something like that. Oh yeah, there was not much of our health, of our hunger going down at all. Yeah, and yet our spells are all restored. Excellent. This place was once a major in Mascari city. There may be lots of history here, and assuming the hack haven't pillaged and defaced everything, we should look for ways to reach those intact buildings right off the shore.
I can smell the rotting and corruption in the air, and it isn't you, Spirit Eater. It is the stench of the bloated corpses and this twisted spirit.
There's an ebb here, there's a city here, perhaps beneath the ebb and flow of the waves. Perhaps the fall of night shall grant us a bridge. Though I fear what is that will bring us. We will not be the only petitioners at this gate.
Are you alright? You sound uneasy.
Yay, infinite success. It is said one cannot go home again, but for me, this is the first time. I have walked to this place many times in my dreams. To be here in the waking world, it is a little unsettling. Okay. And we have weird little tentacle sea monsters, even though there's a lake, not a sea. Yeah, there's tentacles here. Tentacle hentai stuff. Alright. So what do we have about here? There is a bloated corpse over there. Whoa! Suddenly Tathor Panthers. We probably have to rest till nightfall, so in this case I think this might be a handy time to repress our hunger since we won't be feeding anyway. Let's do it! Surprise, come on! Because yes, if it's not nightfall then we probably won't be able to actually be able to go over the lake, because we probably need to go to the Shadow Realm and the like again. And that does lower our hunger a little bit again, which is fortunate. Or craving, I don't know which meter you should call which. I think this is direct hunger, and this is kind of like, yeah, this is craving, that's hunger. Okay, so we have a lower craving, which is nice. Yeah, so armor and some coins. Anything else out and about here? Oh, beetles! Okay, I did not expect to be fighting bloody beetles. All you need is love. You say hello, I say goodbye as I murder you. And sure there's many other Beatles songs, but I can't think of them just right now. But a curious find. I wonder what it means. This is here for a reason. Oh, that's scroll and boots. Magic boots. The scroll's meteor storm, a spell we already got, so that is unfortunate. There are more bodies over there.
Yes.
Get in line. Follow me.
Okay, hello, Phantomy. Let's speak with him first.
Strangers in the middle of nowhere, stranger. Welcome to the middle of nowhere, stranger. If you've come for fishing, you'll be sorely disappointed. Ha ha!
No, I haven't come for fishing.
Just as well. You will not catch any fish in these waters. They don't even come out until nighttime.
You are catching something other than fish then.
Aha! You're insightful. So I'll let you in on a little secret.
There are things other than fish that can be caught on the hooks or in a net. This particular place will yield many treasures to those who are patient. So, what have you caught?
Oh, mostly bodies.
Or bundles of wet clothes. Once belonged to bodies. Sometimes a whole, some vicious little creature feeding on the bodies, but I throw those back. So you are a fisherman who does not catch fish. That seems very fishy to me.
One does not smell. He does not smell like a fisherman. He reeks of soil and feldspar, the stuff of the earth.
Fishing? I would find that unlikely. Your deception isn't quite savvy enough to trump my high genie. Ah, so it's a genie. Your true nature is clear to me.
Phantomy, is this true?
Ah, your minion is correct. This is not my true nature. I am, in truth, a Dao. A Dao genie? I thought as much. Why didn't you say anything to me if you thought so? Are such things important to you? And I felt exposing his disguise too soon would not help forward our progress. That was an inference failure there. Interesting. I have no interest in deceiving you when visiting more primitive worlds such as this. I typically adopt a form that will not alarm the indigenous inhabitants. I'll respect your privacy as long as your deceptions are harmless. Ah, that's a shame. A harmless deception, quite a contradiction. We have something in common then. We both are outsiders stepping into the backyard of the slumbering coven, but the doors are not open by day. I must go. This is not any place for the ignorant to linger after night falls. If you remain here, feel free to examine this fishing gear for anything relevant to what you're looking for. Farewell! I trust we will meet again in some form or the other. So there's a trap there.
Yes.
Let's get Kaji out for that one.
Yes.
Come on, Kaji. We found a trap. Sadly, I thought the privacy would earn us some favor with Gan, but sadly not. This is a journal of a fisherman that has been left exposed to the elements. Most of the pages are either stuck or the ink is smudged so badly the fisherman's barely legible scribblings are completely unreadable. The last few pages of the journal remain mostly intact. Yep, I found a place that a drunk hag spawn told me about. Found 2 bodies to salvage just along the shores. And I'm about to fish another one out of the water. I don't know which boat these sailors drowned off, and I don't care. They went to their watery grave with pockets full of gold. Strange fella came out here today. Some bloke named Fentamy. Took an interest in my fishing and warned me not to stay here when it gets dark. Crazy talk, but I chased him off with a few choice insults. I was here first, so I get the first salvage right. Waited here since morning, and nothing. But then, in the late afternoon, a pair of rich bodies bobbed up. Maybe the light towards dusk plays tricks on the sailors, and they crash into the ruins offshore. I never see the shipwrecks, but sometimes if I listen closely, I can hear some ungodly screams. Poor fellow crying out for the mercy of Umberlee when she's got none. I guess technically Lake Mulsantir is so large that it would possibly count as a sea. It is quite a large lake, I believe. New bodies washed ashore late in the afternoon. They are loaded with valuables too. Some of them don't look much like sailors, but they're dead and they're loaded all the same. So they could be floating up from the hills for all I care. Another week of this, and I can retire in a nice place far away. Maybe the Sword Coast. I hear Neverwinter is a nice place. Hiding behind the bush as I write this. Humbly have mercy. I should have listened to that man Fentamy and not stay here past dusk. I just got carried away and didn't notice the time. Then some black swirling eye just appeared offshore, and evil creatures from the hells came and started walking into it, getting sucked inside. Dear gods, if I survive this night, I'll pack up my fishing gear and never return. I guess he did not survive the night. Because his fishing gear is still here. Yeah, we can figure out what that means. So we'll need to wait till dusk before things become reachable, because I guess this is all too far away, yeah. And the tentacle monsters do not want to speak with us. Oh, there's a body there, we can probably... Oh! Elementals. Well, let's have a little fight. Okay. So a solid magical barrage and everything dies. Excellent. Then I think we got most of... No, it's already actually getting quite dark. So maybe we just wait a little bit and then we can... And there is the shadow portals. Yeah, I guess night has come. We didn't even have to rest, which is actually kind of unfortunate, as I had planned to take a rest.
Come this way.
Get in line. Follow me.
Where are the boots? I wanted to know what the boots are. Should drag this a little bit to the side. There we go.
Come this way.
So we have Boots of the Sun Soul. Those are absolutely worthless to us. Okay. So, Portal Shadow. Let's see what's on the other side. Ah, and here in the plain the bridge remains, not torn asunder. Oh, you made it here. I knew you didn't seem like the average beachcombing adventurer. Yeah, so that's a Tao genie. A genie related to the world of Earth. I'm sorry, have we met? Do you recall the fisherman on the beach when you first arrived in Lakeshore? I am he. I find it strange that the Tao wastes his time on fishing. If you know the Tao, then you are aware of our deep connection to the earth. Personally, I love plucking things out of the water to the ground. From the water to the ground. Call me eccentric, but I consider it a small victory against the elemental plane of water. In any case, I could use the services of one such as you, who managed to find their way here without any help. I have a business proposal. What is it that you want exactly? I run one of the largest gem mining operations in the Great Dismal Delve, but our daily yield has been reduced due to sabotage by one of my rivals. To recover my profits, I need a heavy lifter, a being of great strength and power but easily controllable.
That was a very colorful way of saying that you need a slave.
I do not tolerate slavery.
Nor do I. Wretched spirit, I should liberate your head from your shoulders and free you of your foolish beliefs.
Please, slavery is a distasteful descriptor, and not appropriate in this case. Is the weapon that you wield a slave to you? But a weapon is an inanimate object. Well, how about an oxen that hold materials used to create the weapon? Well, animals do have feelings too. Alright, consider the golems that stand guard over a tower of a wizard who enchanted your weapon. Are they slaves? Yeah, this is quite far. There's a easy point. This, I suppose not. They are simply tools to be used by their owners in order to spare mortals from labor. I'm just looking for another tool myself. The Tao has a point. Golems lack self-awareness to really be slaves. There is a being I can use in the Corviana Gorganis. It is amongst the mightiest of earth elementals bound to this plane. Elemental is kind of almost non-sentient. Most elementals at least. And it is beneath that. Now I'm mixing up my weird accenty things. And it is beneath the Corvina Gorganis? Yes, it is a place called the Skin. In the lower depths of the building that houses the Corvina Gorganis. Why is there an earth elemental in the Skin? I don't know what its function it once served, but the ancient race of mortals that bound the earth elemental to this place are long dead. And what do you know about the Skin? I know little. I've never been inside the Covia Gorganes, much less beneath it. My hackspawn contact told me the key offered who sold me the key offered few details, and he was taken away by the hacks before I had a chance to purchase more information from him. I know the Skin does not exist in the plane of shadow. The key unlocks a portal also. I was told that the Skin is partially flooded and therefore probably abandoned. Why haven't you been yourself to the Covia Gorganes? Oh well, my business here
differs from that of the other petitioners, and I'd rather not draw attention to myself. Well, if you don't want to stand up, you shouldn't wear such a fabulous shirt.
If you're twice a man's height and wearing an outrageous turban, you're not drawing any attention to yourself, I assure you.
How very droll. I simply dress in the fashion of my race. For you see here, if I were to do otherwise or adopt a disguise, it would ironically attract even much more attention. So you don't think I should sneak in there? Take a quick glimpse at the entities in line at this shore, each eagerly awaiting an opportunity to speak with the slumbering coven. Were the guards inclined to allow you inside, an even more varied array of creatures from many planes would greet you. Nothing save for that which hides its true nature, with a contrived appearance, is truly out of place here.
We kind of already know what his business is. What do you need me to do?
I simply need you to vanquish the Earth Elemental in the skin beneath the Covenant Gorganes, so that it will return to the elemental plane of Earth, where I have the means to bind him to my service. In exchange for your services, I will provide you with a key that will open the entrance leading into the skin. And when you return, I will pay you your weight in gold. If it is so simple, why do you not do this yourself? Well, you see, though I am quite capable of wrangling an Earth Elemental, I feel that this is thus best left delegated to others. Huh. Do not be fooled by his arrogance, little one. I can smell his fear. He is terrified by something close by.
What the genie isn't telling you is that the Dao are, by their terrestrial nature, terrified of water. They prefer to keep both feet firmly on solid land.
I am more than happy to part with some of my ample fortune to spare myself this inconvenience.
I see no reason not to do this.
Very well, I'll destroy the Earth Elemental for you. Excellent! Here's the key to the skin. You will find the entrance to the skin on the western side of the Coviena Gorganes building here on the night shore. Just walk to the end of the dock and veer right.
So let's ask some more questions. What do you know about the skin?
I know very little. I've never been inside the Coviena Gorganes, much less beneath it. My hexpawn contact who sold me the key. Oh yeah, okay. He already said this. And tell me about the Coviena Gorganes. The Coviena Gorganes is the home of the Slumbering Coven, a group of overstated prophets who spout advice for lesser creatures to see you about milling about. They just stopped admitting audiences a short while ago, for reasons unknown to me. If you wish to speak with them, there's a long line ahead of you. If you wish to see the coven, I strongly recommend taking the route through the skin. It will likely be faster and less dangerous than migrating a long line of impatient monsters. Let's ask about him. You wish to know about me? That and my business are in fact my favorite subjects, though I will spare you the many details. I am amongst the highest class of Dao, roughly 3,000th in line to become the Great Khan. I live in the Great Dismal Delve in the elemental plane of air. What is the Great Dismal Delve? My apologies, I sometimes forget how far removed the residents of Toro can be, even by prime standards. That's insulting. The Great Dismal Delve, also called the Great Mazework, is an immense underground complex on the elemental plane of Earth. It is roughly 2/3 the size of Faerun, and it is inhabited by the greatest of all Dao, myself included.
So you're a genie. Do you grant wishes? How quaint! I suppose it would depend upon the wish. If you wish to enter the Coviena Gorganis and you agree to my business proposal, then I can grant that wish. Want to know something else? I think we've learned enough here. Return to me once you've slain the earth elemental in the skin. Do not fail me and you'll be handsomely rewarded. Okay, so we've got a job for a genie. A Dao genie, in fact. They're interesting. They were in Baldur's Gate 2. I never knew about the Dao genie before that game. Oh!
Malignant water elemental.
Damn it. Now I wish I hadn't done the whole spirit thing. Oh well. We could still try and rest at some point. Okay, very good. Would have liked to eat up those little elementals. But I guess since we don't want to increase our craving, this might actually be better anyway. Ooh, some gloves of long death, a random rope. Gloves of long death are obviously gonna get sold. Let's have a look around here before we go and proceed along the bridge to find the Coviena Gorganis. Can we actually leave here? I'm curious. Whoa, that's a lot of Tathor Panthers. Now I'm once again wish I had like done the whole spirit thing at some later point. Oh well. Quite a good spell. Oh well, we've got going right here. So a bunch of essences. Those will come in handy with crafting later. I'll have to memorize how the crafting system actually works in this adventure, because it is a fair bit different, and I don't know how all the recipes are. Let's go and explore a bit further. Still sea monsters and floating corpses. Oh. And rats. Oh, they are spirit rats. Do rats get ghosts? I wonder. It is something you don't see very much in Legends and such, animal ghosts. So that's some epic level spell bombardment. I don't know if we actually missed any loot if we blew that up to hell. Or whatever things go when they have been blown up in the plane of shadow. I guess that was it. Well, there still was a magical short sword, which is nice as we kind of need one-handed weapons. Conjuring spell. That's a shame. There's another beach corpse there. Some healing stuff. That's not bad. Oh, hello. That's a homunculus.
Back! Back! Step away from Count Crowroost, filthy mortal!
Who is Count Crowroost?
You truly do not know? Then it's best that you remain ignorant for your own sake. Back away from the Count!
Count Crowroost is in the coffin, I assume.
This is no mere coffin, mortal! It is carved out of the solid Asian pine from a tree containing the essence of a genius loci. It was enchanted by the Count himself and is quite impenetrable, and the lock can only be opened from within the coffin.
I think Kaji could open this lock. His tiny hands can reach where human hands can't.
That lock is easy. I could spring that lock with my head stuck in a vice. Don't actually stuck my hands in a vice, please. Thanks. Begone, you linger here, like the stinker over the bog. Begone!
So what are you going to do about it?
I need not do anything. The lowerly presence will disturb the Count's slumber, and he will awaken angry and thirsty for blood.
Show some respect or I'll teach you a lesson.
Try and harm me all you wish. My bond with my Count makes me indestructible.
Right, so we have a vampire in there, hey?
Yes.
Seems quite secure.
This coffin may be too heavy for you, little one, but I could take that coffin between my teeth and fling it through the portal.
Let's examine all our options first. Would you like Kaji to open the lock? No, let's actually have Oku do this. Oku. Or let's do it, but let's see if we can do both. Kaji does seem a capable thief. He should have no trouble with this lock. Kaji, my dear, open that lock for me, please.
How did you? What have you done?
Who disturbs my rest? And then we get into a fight with Count Krobust, who is supposedly a badass, but we are already knocking his ass down. You face no threat. You are nothing compared to the power of the bear, you stupid vampire stereotype. Blah.
Oku advanced the level. That was Count Krobust. Just your average vampire dude. Shadow Master Cookery. Acid, dexterity, it's pretty nice. Especially if you're a TV character, that's quite nice. I even might consider, can we use it? We technically can use it. Like the increased art, it has a high, it just has a little bit less base damage. And honestly, like this only has a little bit more damage versus elemental. I am thinking maybe we should wield this. Because why not? Then we could actually take different gloves or something. Ah, and
Yes.
Sophia's level up too. Ropes of the Dark Moon. Those are monk ropes, yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll leave it here
I
for
would
now.
say yes.
Next time we will proceed onto the bridge and see what the Kovia Kurganis is going to offer us. Sounds very scary and dangerous. Till then, bye bye. En de groet aan Roel.